it's Valerie. Welcome to 1 o'clock drawing class with me. I've got Daphne over here helping me out, which is awesome because it would not be as much fun if I had to do it by myself, because then I'm like trying to talk to myself and it's no fun. Today we're going to do this variety of sea creatures, and it's, you know, the approach is for the kids or for somebody who is childlike and like can just go ahead and wing it. Don't overthink it, okay? I think that might be the difference between when the kids do it and when the adults do it, is that kids don't think, oh, my line's not just right. They just put it in there and they're good, okay? So just don't get bogged down with that. Today, I'm gonna do the color up here. You probably have a piece of paper this big, so you might need to think a little bit smaller. But I think that way you can see what's going on. I'll do this one in pencil today. And, not so much here, but the turtle has all of this white. And so, you know, I'm going to just improvise a way to sort of show this spotty texture on the fins, because otherwise, you know, if you're a pencil drawer, you'd have to color it in and leave the little tiny white lines, which is great if that's all you're doing, but I think with the way we're going to do it today, it'd be kind of a little too slow. All right, I'm going to start with the octopus. I think it's an octopus, not a squid, I'm not sure. And I'm going to make him pretty big. I can always make my sea turtle a little bit smaller if I have to fit it in there, but I definitely want to try to get these legs in here. And if I look top to bottom, side to side, his head is close to the middle of my page. So I'm going to aim for around here. That still gives me this big section, and obviously I can make the clownfish smaller anyway. I am going to take a reddish orange. I think this is the one. I need so many colors that I don't have them all ready. Okay, so I'm going to find the middle, and don't look at anything. We're just looking at this little piece right here, okay? So it's, you know, half an oval. An upside down U, all right? And it's leaning a little bit to the side. If you make it straight up and down, you know, it's good. But if you can lean it a little bit, that's all the better. So I'm going to go around like this. Okay? I'll try to remember.
Make it darker, maybe.
Darker?
You can.
All right. You try to draw as lightly as you can, in case you make some mistake or something. That way you can kind of cover it up. I'm going to try to do it here at the same time, just to keep the steps repeated. I want to do it a little bit smaller here, which will be hard because I want to make it big. Okay, so I've got that piece. He has this little piece across his forehead. All right, this part hangs down more, so I'm going to actually do it straight here. Okay, straight line here. It's going to round out here and round out here. This is kind of where the eyes are going to go. And then there's a little bit of face. So it looks kind of like that. What does that look like?
A hammer? What? A toilet.
It does look like a toilet. With a broken seat, maybe. Yeah. Oh, now I'm thinking about it and it's confusing me. Okay. All right. Now there are gonna be big eyes in here. Make 2 big circles here. What we're doing with the eyes, just so you know, is we're gonna draw a little straight line across the top and a straight line across the bottom. So you're gonna be left with a little sliver of rectangle in there. Okay. That's gonna give them a little bit of character. This one obviously is a drawing, a clip art type thing. This is real. I think these are real. You know, so you can sort of see the difference between something that's a little cartoony and something that's a little more realistic. Okay. The next thing we're going to do is don't think about any of these other parts. I just want you to look at these 2 legs that are in the front. Okay? From where this smile, we'll draw that, there's a big space from here to here. And then there's like a U shape. This is what we're going to do next. Okay? So he has this kind of upside down smile. Okay? Because he's grumpy, I guess. Okay? Then there's quite a space from here to here. So you don't want to do it right under his chin. You want a little, he has a little chest or something. So you're going to make an upside down U like this. All right? Mm-hmm. All right. And then, now I'm lucky because every time I did it before, I ran out of room for the legs. But now I'm all set. So I'm not going to do, I'm just doing these 2 legs that are in the front. Okay, we're going to do 4 legs that are going to be light colored, and then we're going to do 4 legs that are behind that are a little bit darker. So that just makes it a little less confusing, and, you know, then you get to use more colors. So I'm going to take this, and I'm going to bring it over this way, and I'm going to take this, and I'm going to bring it down that way. I'm going to use up as much space as I can on my paper, because, you know, I don't need a lot of glue. I want to make lots of legs. Okay? It starts kind of up near the head, and you can bring that down and see if you can get skinny when you get to the tip. If you have to, start at the tip and then work your way up, and that sometimes is easier to keep it kind of pointy shaped. Okay? We're going to take this one and connect it right up. Alright? So I'll do that down here. I'm going to take this U shape, and I'm going to drag a line out this way and drag a line out this way, and then maybe I'll start right at the tip. And I'll bring that up, and as I get up, I'll just get farther away from the line. We'll go up like this. Shoot. All right. Okay, so we have another lighter colored one that's over to the side. Okay, so I'm going to go out here. I'm going to reach out this way, come back in, and then another one kind of flipping over that way. All right. I'm going to go out here. I can go way over there. I'm not going to put anything over here unless I do a little undersea landscape. Okay, is this dark enough and everything?
Yeah, it's showing up.
Yes, I like it. Oh, and I have to thank Lydia, who suggested that she would like to do a octopus, and so hopefully this is something she's going to have fun with, because she is one of my favorite little artists, has always made these great pictures. She used to be at the Montessori school, and I picked her picture as my favorite a lot of the times, for sure. She had a very sort of simple way of doing it, but took it seriously, for sure. Okay. They have these little sucker things on there. I am going to switch over to I'm going to use my brown, I guess. I'm going to use a dark brown. I don't want that. Where is it? Here it is. Okay. And they're on the underside, and so that's why, you know, that sometimes the leg is here and then twists a little bit down here, so you wouldn't see him here, but you'd see him here. It doesn't really matter. But I'm going to go along and make some little circles here, okay? And you can put them a little, you don't have to do the same thing on all of them. There, I got a little over here. And this one has lots of them. If they fill up the whole tentacle, and that's not what you want, just add a little more tentacle on there, especially if you're doing it in color. Okay? So here, this is, it doesn't matter what you do, but it's just a nice little, I don't know if you'd say it was texture, but a detail that's just cool to have on there.
Very cool.
Very cool. All right. Okay. Let's go ahead and color this part and try not to color the eyes in. All right. There we go. That way it'll be less confusing. Sometimes it's just you look at something and it's like, oh, that is too complicated, and it's all about, you know, not looking at everything all at once, breaking it down into little pieces, and then you can do anything. Today we're not going to think too much about, getting it just right and the drawing of like trying to relate one thing to something else. We don't care that much about it today. We just want to color and make cool animals. Okay, so I'm focusing on the fact that I'm doing these 4 legs. Now I'm going to go in, and if you have a maroon, all the better, like a dark red, but I don't have that, so I'm going to use a purple today. And I'm not going to worry too much about blending colors. I'm just going to go for it. So we have 4 legs, and they're being overlapped. This one I'll start with the one that's right in the middle. So what happens is it's coming down from that U we just started with, right? And it just goes over towards this leg and comes out on the other side. Okay? And that's got that point, comes back, and goes up. Okay? So it starts right in the middle of that U, goes over here, comes back in. Okay? So in this case, I'm going to maybe I'll color the far away legs and leave the rest of it later. There's a little one that comes down right down next to this one, and then comes out of the bottom. All right, maybe I'll color that in while I'm at it. All right. There we go. Color this one in. And how do we know that an octopus has 8 legs?
What? Because they're there?
Because it's called an octopus.
Oh.
I should have had like a good octopus joke or something, because I bet there's lots of them. All right. There's 7, and there's one more that's running right here. I don't have much room for that. I think I'm going to add one. I don't know. Where should I add it? There's one here.
On the...
What?
Just coming out of the, up here.
Here?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like that too. I'm going to add it right in. I'm going to have this shoulder be up, but I'm going to add just kind of a little small one. And if it's a little small one, it's going to look a little like it's on the other side of his body. Okay? Because we're thinking that it's spreading out this way and this way, like a dome, right?
Yes.
Yeah. So make it, put them where they make sense to you. There's no right or wrong. It's not like his legs can't go different directions. Okay. All right, before we'll fix this, do the last things on this one, and then we'll just go to the other ones, and we'll have this one done. So what I want you to do is we want to reinforce the little smile, and this has this funny little thing on the top. Don't do the eye just yet. I'm going to do that in black. So it has a little mouth that goes up. And then it has this funny piece that goes like this and down. And, and around the eyes, yeah. We're going around like this. Oh, I forgot.
What'd you forget?
No, nothing. And I am going to give my... it's sepia. Where's my black? Oh, you know what? Is there a black there?
Well, you brought it
Oh, here
upstairs.
it is. I see it. Oh, sorry about that. I'm going to give my octopus a little side eye.
Ooh.
So he's going to be looking like this. I hope he doesn't eat sea turtles, because that would be a bummer. I bet he eats smaller stuff. Okay? Like that. Looking over to one way. I'm hoping these guys are all friendly to each other, but I don't know. I don't want a bloodbath. All right, and this one, if you're doing pencil, here. All right, So far, so good?
So good.
Okay. We're going to go to the sea turtle, okay? I am going to do the drawing of this to sketch it out with this deep yellow, okay? So I would suggest an lighter orange or a yellow or a light brown or something like that, okay? All right. Don't think about everything, all right? We're going to start with a line that runs like about right here, okay? For the most part, you could call that a straight line. So we're just going to sort of make a straight line, maybe have it have a little bit of a smile feel to it, okay? That's what we're starting with. You do have to add the head on, and you do want to add a little bit of feet, so don't have it take the entire space that you have left, okay? Make it a little bit smaller. We can always add on to them and make them bigger, right? Okay, so I've got this guy, and I'm going to start kind of right here with sort of a straight line. So I need a little bit of room for the feet maybe, but nothing's on the top, so I can bring it right up here, okay? If I bring it here, then his feet are going to have to go behind this octopus's head, which is okay, but I'm going to do right here, okay? And I'm going to start with a line like this, all right? You can start with a line like that right around here if you're doing it on a smaller piece, okay? I'm going to take the back of it and I'm going to curve it up just a little bit. And I'm going to take the front of it and I'm going to bring that right up like this. Okay, so this, it's going to look like a smile, like kind of a smile that you just had a good ice cream, I guess. Okay? So right now we're here. We've done this. All right? So a little higher on this side. Then, all right. Okay, then what you're going to do is you're going to make a line that goes up just a little bit. That is the neck. And then his head is, you know, I mean, his shell is about 3 heads tall. So it's not enormous, but it's not little either. I would make his head kind of a box. Whoops. A boxy shape. Okay? If you didn't go all the way back with this, that's great. Stop there, because he has a big fat neck. Okay? But if you did, don't worry about it. Now we're going to draw a line for his neck, which is like right here. Okay, so here's the shell. See how there's the shell here and there's a space that is kind of his chest? So we're doing that part. So you're going to come from here and you're going to bring that down like this. All right? So you want to see that again. You're having a little line here that's his neck, and then you're going to make kind of a box. Okay? And then this line is going to come down like that. All right? Let's go ahead and make the back of his shell, because that'll make it less confusing. So we're starting right about here. So you're starting right around here, and you're going to make that come up and over like that. All right? Okay? All right. This fin here is super big. It's almost as big as the back of his shell. Okay? So I'm going to be bringing that way down like that. I mean, it's big for swimming. All right? I wish I had big paddles like that when I was a swimmer. All right. Bring that leg down. I mean, that fin down like this. Kind of a straight line. And then you can kind of bring it up with a little bit of shape like that. And you're leaving a little space from here to where the shell is. If you do. But that's why we're using a light color, so that if you didn't get it on there, it doesn't matter. Draw it later, okay? Or you don't want to forget that he does have the little fin that's over here that's on the other side. So, but just little, okay? So you're just kind of making like a little bit of a point that comes out like that, okay? All right, now this is the thing that seems funny, is that on the bottom of his belly, right from the top of that fin, there's just kind of a straight line that goes across. So it's part of it is, you know, it's like the underside of his shell. Okay, right, just right there. So you're just going to come from here and just go right over like that. Okay?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I was thinking the other, oh, let's do these fins on the back here. So he's got, they're not too big. A little loop back here, but you do want to give him two. All right, looks kind of like that. Definitely looks like he's swimming. All right. Good?
Looks good.
Okay. I'm going to take my yellowish color here, and I'm going to color a little bit of yellow all over the whole thing. Not too much, just a little bit. There we go. Okay. And on this one, all right, and then what I'm going to do is get my dark brown. This is not brown. This will be good. Okay? I want to go to where his eye is. He has a kind of a big eye and it has kind of a big eyelid. So what you're going to do is make a big rainbow. All right? A big rainbow. And then you're going to go underneath it with a straight line and kind of make this kind of a thick shape. Okay, so see how that looks kind of like an eye? Kind of like an eye. Hopefully it looks like an eye. Okay. He does have a little bit of like a smile, and it's different than, he must need to really open up his mouth to eat stuff because it goes way back. Sometimes they're just a little short piece, like a fish has a little short one, but we're gonna bring a line. It's very low on his face though, so it's way down like that. Okay? Most all of animals, their mouth is closer to their chin than it is to like the top of their head. All right? Okay, now to do these, I'm gonna I think I'll outline his head a little bit with this brown and on his neck. And then he has these cool camouflaging spots, probably to, you know, blend him in with whatever's under the seawater where he likes to live. So I'm going to do it like that. Like I said, it's the opposite. It's brown with white ones, which so that normally I paint sea turtles because then we can add the white on there afterwards. But that's not the case here. I'm just going to make this, I want to call it a paw, but
Fin. Flipper?
Flipper! Yeah, I bet that's what it is. Alright, and here I'm going to go around these and I'm going to make just big lumps like I was going to make scales. And then they get a little bit smaller. I don't think I've ever, maybe I've seen a sea turtle in a aquarium or something,
Yeah.
did we? We
I
probably
think so.
did.
I think they're popular. You know, people like to see them.
Yeah. Give the people what they want.
And they won't see
Give the people captivated, what do you call it? Not captivated. Animals that are in captivity. They're not captivated animals. They're not domesticated. What did Joe do to all those tigers? He didn't captivate them.
Held them captive.
Held them, yeah, I don't know. Somebody knows. Ruby's probably going to tell
Bred them in captivity.
Oh yeah, you know, another thing you might want is a little nostril. Ooh, I gotta do it
You
down
might
here.
want a nostril.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or maybe not.
I keep meaning to get some, you know, helpful hints. Not helpful hints. What did I call it?
Unhelpful hints.
Fun facts. Fun
Oh.
facts.
Yeah.
About the animals, but I haven't. Maybe somebody can give me some. Maybe some smart kid can have their parent post some fun facts.
I bet there are some kids that know a lot about sea turtles.
I had some fun facts about the windmill because I am particularly fascinated by. Well, I mean, I don't know hardly anything about it, but I'd like to know more about the Dutch culture. I think what little I know, I'm fascinated by. So I was reading up a little bit. And it was also, I think, on a Saturday, so I was looking it up while I was having coffee in bed that day.
Yes, you were.
Today, I got up and went to the grocery store. Did not
And
lay in
wore a
bed.
mask.
And I did. I wore my mask. And I maintained social distance.
Good for you.
And everybody was super nice. And I did thank some of my... Oops, I'm not going to cry. I did thank some of my grocery employees because they're so cool and brave.
So cool.
And there was no pasta. Although there was pasta, I found it, but not on the big shelf. I found it in the health food area. Okay, let's go. Carry on. So pick some kind of red, orange, pink. Oh, maybe I'll use pink. I'm going to use pink. Yes. Okay, I'm going to use pink, and it's going to blend a little bit with my yellow, so it's going to make it a little bit orangey, but I like pink, so I'm going to... All right, so what we want to do is same thing. The little lines that are showing the separations on the shell are actually white, so we're going to kind of do the opposite thing, but what else? All right, so I'm going to add a little bit on the back here, round them out, and go over this yellow line. And what you have is a line that runs close to the bottom of the shell, like that. Okay? You got that, Daphne?
Yes.
All right.
I've got it.
Is my friend Matthias watching today?
He is watching
I can't wait.
for his octopus.
Okay? And then you divide this into little square sections, like that. We did this sea turtle, I think it was the first picture I did back in September for this year's kids. But we painted it. Okay, then I'm going to add a little half circle at the top like this. Okay? And then he has big squares. So I think it grows like that it grows in like little plates. And then, so I'll start in the middle and I'll make one that comes down like that. And then I'm going to go to either side. A lot of times if you want something to come out symmetrically, start in the middle. Okay? Maybe I'm going to divide this again. I'm going to divide this into some other spots. There we go. Okay, and I'm going to color a little bit on top of that. Yeah. Oh, I know what else I'm going to do. I'm going to put a little white on there. All right. And then we're going to do some clownfish in honor of Nemo. That one I did better. I did it more like tiling. White. Can you see it?
Yeah, right there.
Okay. All right. I'm gonna put a little white in here. See how that brightens that right up?
Looks great.
Okay. Little spots. They don't have to be all the same. I could put a little out on his little front of his face. Or maybe a little here. Yeah. Okay. All right. Let's make some clownfish. So grab yourself some orange. You're going to need your orange and your black. And the thing about them, we're going to aim for 3 white stripes. Okay? Maybe you'll only fit 2, but we're aiming for 1. I mean, we're aiming for 3. Okay? Don't think about the fins or anything. And if you make it, I would make them big. What if visually, if the fish look really big, but in actuality they're much, much smaller, what does it mean?
They're close.
They're closer. They're closer. And the only way it wouldn't make sense is if I made an enormous clownfish that went behind my octopus or behind, because that would mean by overlapping they were behind. But if I make them big, they're just going to seem closer to us. So I'm going to make a pretty big one and then maybe a little slightly smaller one. I'm going to make a big one right here. Okay? I am going to make myself a big oval. All right? I will start with a rainbow, and then I'm going to go around the bottom and make a smile. So I'm going to have a nice big oval. Okay? Doesn't have to be that big, but I want you to be able to see what's going on. All right, so I'm going to do that down here. A big rainbow. And then a big smile. Okay? The front has a little face that's orange. So I'm going to make a little curve like this. And I'm going to color this in orange. All right? I'll do it down here, and I will color it in pencil. All right. Then I'm going to skip a little space. I'm going to add the black at the end, okay? I'm going to skip a little space, and I'm going to have a little white stripe. I'm going to draw another orange, and I'm going to fill that in, like that. I'm going to do that down here. I'm going to leave a little space for the white. I'm going to put an orange one, or in this case, pencil colored. Graphite. And then I am going to make another, I'm going to hopefully have that one more spot. So I'm going to go make another line and do another orange stripe. And I have a little space left just before the tail fins. Okay, if you run out of room and you just have 2 spots of white, that's super cool, okay? He has a very roundish tail, so you can just kind of make a little ball on the end here if you want, like that. All right? And he has 4 fins, 2 on the top and 2 on the bottom, and they're just little rainbow half circles up there. So just make a couple of, but don't make them too little because it'll be hard to put the black around. All right? Alrighty. Mm-hmm. And then I'll do it again, I guess. We'll do another one. I'll do it quick. All right, so there's that. Now I'm going to take my black. I'm going to give him a little eye. Okay, maybe a little mouth. And then I'm going to go around. I'm going to go on either side of the white stripes. Okay, I'm going to trace it. I'm going to go around his whole body just to make it stand out good. Like that. And then he has black on the outside of his fins. And then black out here too. A little bit extra on the back. Cute.
So cute.
So here, what I'll have to do is make the black things darker. Maybe you have an orange marker and you could do the clownfish. It really, again, it's not hard to do it, but you just want to take a second and do the different parts. None of the parts are hard to do, but you just have to take your time. All right, so I'll do another quick one. All right, so rainbow smile. Okay, then I'm going to cut out a little part for the face. And then I'm going to make a white stripe, and then I'm going to make a dark stripe. And then I'm going to make a white stripe. And another orangey one. I think if anything, make the white one smaller. I have a little bumpy tail on the back. And 4 fins. And then I'm going to make an eye. And super happy face. Okay. I'm not gonna bother with another one up here. You can follow those directions. So the other thing is, I mean, obviously we have all the blue, and that would be great to like take your different shades of blue. I don't know if this part of the ocean has
seagrass,
seaweed and stuff.
Yeah.
But let's say that it does.
Vegetation.
Vegetation of some sort, or you know what? Maybe coral reefy type thing, right? Because I bet this guy hides around and stuff. So you might have kind of some crookedy line that'll make it look a little bit like a rock. All right. You could add more fish. Maybe even just a little brown on the bottom. I think they go near the bottom. Actually, I did look up a little bit about octopus, and from what I remember, they grow all over the place. And if you want some stuff like this, you can just
about
like that.
Octopus?
They grow, well, not all over the place, but they grow in waters all over the world, the planet. They live and grow.
Yeah, I mean they do grow, I guess.
And all over, yeah, like everywhere. And what else did I find out about them? I mean, I remember some stuff from when I was a kid, but maybe those things have changed. It's been a long time.
Yeah, octopus were like, nah, let's switch things up.
We have new facts about octopus then. All right. If I want to have little bubbles for my fish, I could do that. And maybe a little bit of blue. I don't know if they have crayons at the grocery store. I bet they do. Do they have colored pencils?
Sometimes they have like school supplies, so yeah, maybe.
Yeah. I mean, that store that starts with a W has that kind of stuff there. So if you can get somebody to go to Walmart and pick you up something to color with, it's worth it, I think. The thing, if you are using colored pencils, if you are so inclined and you want to make your pictures come out a little better just by having better stuff, if you wanted to invest in Prismacolor colored pencils, what that means, what happens is that you wind up with, I mean, you have to have something that holds the pigment together, which the pigment is the color. And something has to hold that together so that you can actually draw with it. And so I think in colored pencils, sometimes it's kind of a plastic. And with Prismacolors, there's a lot less filler or binder that's holding that pigment together, so that when you color with it, it just comes out and it's way richer and soft, and like they're softer, and the color will just be way better. And you can order those, I bet, lots of different places, and they are quite expensive. You know, maybe somebody has some on. Maybe somebody has some and they want to donate them. You could post that on my page and say, listen, I've got Prismacolors and I'm never going to use them. Does some kid out there want them? And we'll see if we can connect you. But it's so worth getting a decent colored pencil, because the colored pencil is it's okay, and it's nice for drawing small things, but it's a lot better when the color's better. Is this good? We good? All right. If you'd like to leave a donation, you can go to ValerieWallaceFineArts.com, and there's a ticket page, and you can leave as little as $1. And I will be here tomorrow, and we will do the straw ring. We're gonna do a little work on the. Oh, I didn't put any tape on it. And if you want to watch these again, they're always online on YouTube or on my Facebook page. Okay? Thank you so much. Don't get blown away if you go outside. It's pretty windy around here. All right?
Say bye.
Thank you.